What's up, boys and girls? Leaf are back with yet another returning custom. We got Sora yet again from Kingdom Hearts 3. You can go and look up the older one. It wasn't bad, but it was just a little bit sloppy and shitty in some areas. Anyway, let's just go through the figure. Yeah, the sculpt turned out fine. Now, I believe I made this sculpt in the summer 2018 because that's the first time I got green stuff. I sculpted it, I painted it, I even varnished it. But yeah, I had no plans back then of redoing Sora. You know, I only tried out the green stuff. That was pretty much it. And here we are, pretty much half a year later. And yeah, all I did was just repaint it because the color was completely off. It still kind of is, but I'm happy with it overall. So there you got the face. I redid it. It didn't turn out that good the first time around, so I had to redo that. I think the spacing with the eyes was the problem. It might look a little bit too wide apart now, but I think it looks fine. Now the torso, a little bit annoying to paint. I believe I did the red outline first, I'm pretty sure. Then I did the white ones, added the gray, and then I went ahead and just did these folds right here. And at first I didn't have his necklace painted in there either. I first tried to do one and just didn't turn out that great. You know, I painted everything, I varnished everything, and I was kind of like, yeah, I kind of want the necklace, so I just went ahead and painted that. Now I also forgot to paint the zipper right here, which I added later on. At the same time I added the crown. So yeah, that's something I completely forgot. You know, I was a little bit too focused on the necklace. But in the end, I think everything worked out fine. Sculpted hood right there, you know, comes off. But I'm telling you, this hood was so annoying to varnish. Now, I tried to make my stuff, you know, durable and just scratch resistant and whatnot. So I always do like a scratch test, and it would always scratch off for some reason. Every single time. You know, I could wait like 48 hours, 2 layers of varnish. I even tried 3 at some point, but it just kept on scratching and scratching and scratching. Maybe I shouldn't do that, but hell, I just wanted to secure it as much as possible. But you know, if I can scratch off with these shitty nails, they're like completely destroyed and really soft. You know, I got really soft nails. You know, if I can scratch that off, you know, imagine how that would be like stronger and longer nails. I mean, that would be a freaking nightmare. But yeah, in the end, I found like a combination that worked somehow. But I just gotta stop doing scratch tests because nothing is foolproof. There's always something that's gonna mess it up, no matter what. Like friction, for example. Arms. That's also something I had to redo. I painted the arms, I painted his sleeves a little bit too low, so from the front like this, you could barely see any skin right here. It looked really bad. So, you know, I had to scratch off the varnish, you know, the triple layer varnish I had, repaint that, reapply double layer varnish because I didn't bother doing a triple layer. So that's another thing I did right there. Arms, kind of annoying. Going through it, I believe I painted the entire area black at first, then I went in with the gray and red and everything. I believe, I'm not too sure. And you can kind of see I kind of messed up the coloring on his hands. You know, they're supposed to be this dark color and the gloves were supposed to be a little bit lighter, but I kind of messed that up, unfortunately. But whatever, painting hands is a pain, so I'm like, you know, redoing that. There's no way in hell I'm redoing that. From what I gather, he's got a blue belt and he's got like metallic blue buckles. It's kind of annoying when you look up, say, figures, you look up the concept art, then you got the main images from the game, then you got the in-game model. Like, that's 4 references to go on, and like, everyone's got something different. But yeah, just gotta choose something and just stick with it, pretty much. Legs were actually very easy to paint, to be honest. I was a little bit concerned with how well I actually made them before. You know, well, I didn't do it well, but yeah, I was kind of surprised I actually managed to do one before decently. And this time actually turned out way better, obviously. Would have been better if I had the fine detail brush that I do have now, but yeah, for a pretty thick brush, I did a pretty decent job here. Now, I think the legs turned out a little bit better on the older one because I got a little bit more details on the shoes, I believe, on the front right here. I just couldn't fit that in with the brush I had, so didn't bother doing anything right there. And overall, you know, his shoes are a mess to do in Lego anyway, so. But yeah, overall, really happy with the pants and the pockets or whatever. And as you can see, I painted them all the way up right there. I wasn't too sure, you know, I didn't have any pictures of his back right here, but he's supposed to have the red lines he's got right there, in the back right here as well. Not a deal breaker, but that's something he's supposed to have. So yeah, that's the entire figure, pretty much. The Keyblade. Fuck this Keyblade. I'm never doing this again. I'm never making a fucking Keyblade again. Never. Never, 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 ever. You hear? Sculpting it was pretty fun. Painting it, not so much. Varnishing it, not so much. I hate that. I hate that. Putting on the chain, I hate that chain. I hate that fucking chain. I hate this entire bottom piece right here. First one I did, cracked up the gray stuff. Second thing I did, I took a needle and just shoved that in, just really pushed that in, and then took the thingy that goes in the back right there, shoved that right in with glue right there, along with the chain right here. Took another one of those, bended that, sculpted on it the Mickey Mouse emblem, painted it, put some masking tape on handle, on the chain, but no, of course the varnish went through, because of course it did. Getting that masking tape out, I'm telling you, that's just stuff of nightmares. Just, I hate that. Same with this, the metallics right there had mended together because of the varnish. So, yeah, getting that off so this could move freely, not so fun. Quite frankly, it's a fucking nightmare. Like, it's just so annoying because you don't want to damage the varnish or the paint job. And just try to bash that so, it will come loose like this. Eventually it did, but, it's just so annoying. It really is, but, results. The results, I mean, I can't really complain with the results. I'm happy with it. Obviously, turn out a little bit too big, maybe. I don't care, I'm not making, like, no matter what. Like, if I want to make Roxas, there's no way I'm making Oathkeeper or Oblivion. There's no way in hell you can make me do that. Actually, I might do that because I'm a masochist when it comes to these kinds of things. I don't know, maybe that was something that Overwatch taught me. Playing ranked with randoms, you won't find anything better than that. Definitely a contender for top 10, maybe even custom of the year. Not too sure because we got the Devil May Cry ones. Also, the year just started, so I don't know what figures we'll end up with at the end of the year. Hopefully some really good ones. Anyway, that's it. This figure's done forever. See ya.